Most people think they understand their cat. You feed them, you clean their litter, you let them sleep on your pillow, even though they have a perfectly good bed 3 feet away. But here's the thing, your cat is constantly talking to you, not with meows, with their body, with their eyes, with behaviors so subtle most owners misread them for years. What if the thing your cat does every single night, that weird little habit you laugh about, is actually them telling you something deeply personal? And number 9 doesn't just surprise people, it completely changes how you understand the bond between you and your cat. Most owners get it wrong. And when you hear the truth, you'll never look at that moment the same way again. Let's get started. Number 1, they keep changing where they sleep. You bought the bed, the nice one, the one with the faux fur lining that cost more than your own pillow. And your cat slept in it exactly once, then moved to the bathroom rug, then the top of the bookshelf, then that one corner behind the couch where the dust bunnies live. Most people assume their cat is being difficult, picky, ungrateful even. But here's what's really happening. A study of over 1,100 cats found that the average cat maintains around 5 distinct preferred sleeping spots, and they rotate between them regularly. This isn't indecision, it's a deeply hardwired survival instinct. In the wild, staying in one place too long makes you predictable. Predictable means vulnerable. So your cat shifts locations to stay invisible to threats that, in their mind, are always lurking. But it goes even deeper than that. Cats move between spots to regulate their body temperature, to get distance from strong smells like their litter box or food bowl, and to manage stress. Every time they settle into a new spot, they're also marking it with scent glands on their paws and body, slowly saturating the environment with their own smell until it feels unmistakably like home. So the next time your cat ditches the expensive bed for a cardboard box on the floor, don't take it personally. They're not rejecting your gift. They're running an ancient security protocol that's been keeping cats alive for thousands of years. Let them rotate. Give them options. That's what makes them feel safe. Number 2, their pupils keep changing size. You're sitting on the couch and your cat is staring at you from across the room. Their eyes are huge, those big, round, black pupils that make them look like a cartoon character. 10 minutes later, same room, same light, and those pupils have narrowed into thin slits. Most owners chalk this up to lighting. And sure, a cat's pupils do adjust to regulate light intake, wide open in the dark to absorb every sliver of light, and contracted to thin slits in brightness. But here's what most people miss. Pupil size is also a direct window into your cat's emotional state. Dilated pupils in normal light mean your cat is feeling something intensely. It could be excitement, it could be fear, it could be anxiety, or it could be pure joy, like when they see you reaching for the treat bag. Their brain is releasing dopamine and their pupils physically respond. Here's the part that matters. If your cat's pupils are persistently dilated, even when there's nothing obviously exciting or stressful happening, that can be a clinical red flag. It may point to pain, high blood pressure, or other underlying health issues that aren't visible on the surface. By the time other symptoms show up, the problem may have been building for months. Pay attention to those eyes. They're telling you more than you think. And if something looks off, bring it up with your vet. A simple check could catch something early that would have gone invisible for far too long. Number 3, kneading, or as most people call it, the biscuit thing. You know the move. Your cat climbs onto your lap, settles in, and starts rhythmically pushing their front paws into your leg like they're working dough at a tiny bakery. Their eyes are half closed, they're purring, and sometimes, honestly, those claws are digging in a little more than you'd like. A lot of people think kneading is just a quirky habit, something cats do because it feels nice. The truth is more tender than that. Kneading begins at birth. Kittens push against their mother's body to stimulate milk flow. It's one of the very first things a cat ever learns to do. And when your adult cat kneads on you, they're returning to that state, a state of total safety, total trust, total comfort. They're not just relaxing, they're regressing to the most secure moment of their entire life. And you are the reason they feel safe enough to go there. This isn't just a cute behavior, it's a biological indicator of emotional well-being. And there's a second layer most people don't know about. Cats have scent glands in their paws. Every time they knead on you, they're quietly depositing their pheromones, marking you as theirs. It's affection and ownership at the same time. So yes, the claws can hurt, but what your cat is really saying is, "You are the safest place I know." That's worth a few tiny holes in your jeans. Keep a blanket on your lap if you need to, but let them knead. It means more than you realize. And we're just getting started. The behavior almost every owner misreads is still coming up. You don't want to miss that one. Number 4, excessive meowing. Your cat stands in the hallway at 2 in the morning and just yells. Not at anything, not because they're hungry, you just filled their bowl. They're just standing there, broadcasting into the void like a furry little alarm system with no off switch. Most people assume their cat is being annoying on purpose, like it's a personality trait. But chronic overvocalization is almost always a signal, not an attitude. Here's what a lot of people don't realize. Adult cats rarely meow at each other. Meowing is a behavior that evolved almost exclusively for communicating with humans. Your cat developed a specific voice just for you. They learned which sounds get your attention, which pitch makes you get up, which tone makes you open the treat drawer. It's a language they built around your responses. But when the meowing becomes excessive and constant, something else is usually going on. Stress from a change in environment, a move, a new pet, even rearranged furniture can trigger vocal outbursts. Loneliness and separation anxiety are major contributors. So is boredom. A cat with nothing to do will vocalize just to fill the silence. And if your cat is older, increased vocalization can sometimes point to cognitive decline or thyroid issues. Their mind is struggling to orient, and calling out is the only thing that feels grounding. And here's one people rarely consider: hormonal yowling. Intact cats, those that haven't been spayed or neutered, produce significantly more noise. Females yowl to signal heat, and males respond to the scent. If your cat won't stop talking, don't punish the noise. Investigate it. More stimulation, more playtime, more enrichment, a puzzle feeder, a window perch, even just leaving a radio on when you're out. Sometimes all your cat needs is to know they're not alone in the house, even at 2 in the morning. Number 5, covering their face while sleeping. This one melts people. Your cat is curled into a perfect little ball, and both paws are draped right over their face, covering their eyes completely. It looks impossibly cute. And it is, but there's a reason behind it. Most people assume it's just a comfortable position. And sometimes, yes, cats are flexible enough to end up in all kinds of strange postures. They might even fall asleep mid-groom and just leave their paws there. But the real explanation is thermoregulation. Cats naturally prefer much warmer temperatures than we do. They're most comfortable around 86 to 100 degrees Fahrenheit, which is way higher than most homes. By curling into a tight ball and covering their face, they minimize heat loss from their nose and ears, 2 of the areas where body warmth escapes fastest. It's also a light blocking strategy. Because cats are crepuscular, meaning they're most active at dawn and dusk, they often need to sleep during the brightest part of the day. Those paws become a built-in sleep mask. And there's an emotional layer too. A cat that covers its sensory organs, eyes, nose, ears, while sleeping is telling you something important. They feel safe enough to shut everything down. That's not something a worried cat does. A cat on edge sleeps with one ear up, eyes barely closed, muscles ready to bolt. But your cat, paws over the face, completely checked out, that's deep, restorative trust. That's a cat who knows nothing bad is going to happen in your house. Number 6, sleeping on you. It's the middle of the night. You're finally in that perfect sleeping position. And then, thud. 7 pounds of warm fur lands on your chest, circles twice, and settles directly on top of you like you're a heated mattress pad. Most people think their cat is just being cuddly, and they are, but the reasons go much deeper than affection. Your body is a premium heat source. When room temperature drops, your cat seeks out the warmest available surface, and that's you. Your chest, your legs, the crook behind your knees, every spot radiates warmth they can't resist. But warmth is only part of it. In the wild, sleep is the most dangerous time for any animal. Every instinct tells a cat to find a safe place before closing their eyes. By choosing to sleep on you, your cat is saying something profound. I trust you enough to be completely vulnerable here. And there's something else happening that most people overlook. The rhythm of your breathing and the steady beat of your heart create a pattern that's genuinely calming to your cat's nervous system. It mimics the feeling of sleeping in a group, a behavior that in feral colonies is reserved for cats who share deep social bonds. Your cat isn't just comfortable, They're experiencing something close to what they'd feel pressed up against a litter mate they've known since birth. Cats who have been separated from their owners for a while often seek extra closeness at night, almost like they're making up for lost time. And the physical contact itself reinforces the bond. It's not just comfort, it's emotional reassurance. It's your cat confirming night after night that you are part of their inner circle, the very small, very exclusive club of beings they trust with their life. So even when they're heavy and you can't move and your arm is going numb, just know what it means. Let them stay. This next one is something almost every cat owner has experienced, but almost nobody reads it correctly. Number 7, stealing your seat. You get up to grab a glass of water. You're gone for maybe 12 seconds. You come back and your cat is curled up in your exact spot, looking at you like they've been there for hours. It's easy to think they're just being opportunistic, and there is an element of that. They're absolutely there for the residual body heat you left behind. That warm indent in the cushion is irresistible. But it's also about your scent. That chair, that couch cushion, that indent in the bed, it smells like you. And to your cat, being surrounded by your scent is one of the most comforting experiences available. It's the closest they can get to being near you when you're not there. But there's another layer. Some cats are also overmarking, deliberately depositing their own scent on top of yours. It's a territorial move, but not an aggressive one. It's your cat blending their identity with yours, making the space smell like both of you, like a shared home, like neither one of you exists in that spot alone. And sometimes they're just positioning themselves to be included when you come back. That stolen seat is an invitation. They want you to sit down and bring them into the warmth. Don't shoo them away. Sit next to them. Make room. That's what they were hoping for all along. Number 8, the lick-bite combo. Your cat is on your lap. They're purring. They start gently licking your hand, slow, deliberate strokes. It's sweet. It's calm. And then, without warning, chomp. A sudden little bite right on the knuckle. Not hard enough to break skin, but enough to make you flinch, and probably enough to make you wonder what you did wrong. Most people assume their cat just randomly turned on them, went from angel to gremlin in half a second. But those love nibbles are far more nuanced than that. Biting is a natural part of feline grooming. If you've ever watched two bonded cats groom each other, you'll notice it's not all gentle licking. They use their teeth to work through tangles, to clean hard-to-reach spots, to get the job done. When your cat licks and then bites you, they may genuinely be grooming you, treating you like another cat they care about. And in the feline world, mutual grooming is one of the highest forms of social bonding. It's reserved for cats they consider family. But there's a second possibility, and this is the one most people miss. If you've been petting them for a while, that bite could be an overstimulation signal. Cats have a sensory threshold, a limit to how much physical input feels good before it starts to feel like too much. And when that line is crossed, pleasure flips into frustration almost instantly. The bite is their way of saying, that's enough. Not with anger, with clarity. Watch the body language right before it happens. If their ears are forward, tail up, pupils slightly wide, they're being playful. It's affectionate. If their ears flatten and their tail starts twitching and their body stiffens, they've hit their limit. Either way, the bite isn't betrayal. It's communication. And the fact that they're communicating instead of just leaving, that means they want to stay close to you. They're not walking away. They're asking you to adjust. Honor that. Now, the one you've been waiting for. Number 9, the elevator butt. You're petting your cat along their back. Long, slow strokes from head to tail, and the moment your hand reaches the base of their tail, up goes the rear end. Straight into the air, like someone pressed a button. Most people laugh at this. Some feel a little awkward about it. Almost nobody understands what it actually means. The base of your cat's tail contains a dense cluster of nerve endings. It's one of the most sensitive spots on their entire body, packed with receptors that respond to pressure and touch in a way few other areas can match. When you scratch or stroke that area, it triggers a reflexive response, part pleasure, part biology. For most cats, when it comes from someone they trust, it feels deeply soothing, almost involuntary. Their body responds before their brain even catches up. But here's the part that reframes everything. In the feline world, presenting the rear is a social greeting. It's not random, it's not awkward, it's deeply intentional. Cats sniff each other's anal glands to exchange biological information, identity, health, emotional state. It's how they say hello. It's how they say, I'm open to you. I have nothing to hide. When your cat raises their butt towards you, they're not being weird. They're offering you the most vulnerable, most personal part of themselves. It's a greeting reserved only for individuals they consider completely safe. It is, in the truest sense, the ultimate trust signal a cat can give. Think about that for a second. Your cat, this creature that is hardwired for independence, that trusts sparingly, that keeps the world at a careful distance, is turning around and showing you the one part of their body they'd never expose to a threat. They're saying, I don't need walls with you. Your cat isn't just tolerating your touch. They're inviting you in. They're telling you in the most ancient and honest language they know that they feel completely, unreservedly safe. And your cat doesn't offer that to just anyone. It's more than a reflex. It's more than a funny quirk. It's a declaration. And now that you know what it means, you'll never see it the same way again. At the end of the day, your cat isn't asking for anything complicated. They don't need the fanciest toys or the most expensive food. They just want to feel understood in the quiet, subtle way they understand best. Every single behavior on this list, the kneading, the seat stealing, the strange sleeping rotations, even the little love bites, is your cat trying to talk to you. Not with words, with their whole body, with a language that's been evolving for thousands of years. And the beautiful part? Now you speak a little more of it. They may not rush to greet you at the door every time, but that slow blink from across the room, that little chirp when you walk into the kitchen, the way they curl up in the exact spot where you were sitting, that's their version of saying everything. Drop your cat's name in the comments, not just as a comment, but as a little tribute to the one who chose you. Whether they're curled up next to you right now or watching over you from the Rainbow Bridge, they deserve to be named. Tell us their name and the one weird behavior of theirs that makes the most sense now. Thank you for watching, and give your cat a slow blink from me tonight.